Y'all, we talking about dreaming today, and we're gonna talk about why it's really important that you dream. And let's just jump into it. It's important that you dream because a lot of us, we think that, when we quote unquote die, which is we never die, there's an afterlife. And that afterlife is the spiritual world. And when you dream, you're tapping into the spiritual world. You're tapping into other dimensions, other planes of existence. And when you go to sleep every night, it's like you practicing transitioning, practicing life after this life. That's why it's important to dream. So if you're not dreaming, it's not a good thing. You should most definitely be dreaming. Everything happens first in the spiritual world. Everything is manifested first in the spiritual realm. And then it becomes physical. A lot of things, like especially like technology nowadays and things like that, all of that started in the spiritual realm. A lot of things we think that, oh yeah, someone like technology as far as phones and things like that. No, these people ain't come up with this stuff. They get all of this stuff from extraterrestrials. So let's get back on dreaming. Every night when we go to sleep, we practice. It's like practicing the afterlife. And the reason why it's practicing the afterlife, because when we transition, it's not death. It's called transitioning. When you transition, that is where you're going to go to. You're going to go to the spiritual realm. And wherever you are subconsciously, wherever your conscious is what you're going to experience when you transition. A lot of times we aren't dreaming because sometimes if you smoke a lot of weed, it'll kind of hinder you from dreaming. When you drink a lot, sometimes that'll hinder you from dreaming. Sometimes people don't, when people smoke and drink a lot, they don't have an effect because like that's part of their makeup. They can do that. Everybody can't do that, And also where you are subconsciously. The subconscious is really where the power is. It has nothing to do with your conscious. Because we can trick our consciousness to think a certain way in a way. But that subconscious, there's no tricking that. The subconscious usually are our fears, the things that we don't want to, look at, the things that we don't want to, look at and, say like, this is what it is. This is, it's there, it bothers me, or like traumas and things like that. And see, this is why shadow work is really important, because you got to keep it real with yourself. Like for myself, my dreams be off the chain. And some of my dreams would be me having dreams about like not speaking up, like maybe someone saying something to me in my dream and like I'm not saying exactly what I want to say back, and That's my subconscious mind telling me that you need to speak up. Stop being afraid to speak up. Or I've had instances where I've had dreams where I feel like I'm stranded somewhere and I can't escape, or like I can't get away. And that had to do, I'll get a little personal with y'all, that had to do with my kid's dad. Subconsciously me feeling like, like he just won't leave me alone. I felt like I was just trapped a little bit. Like I felt like he had like this hold on me. That's that playing out in my subconscious. That's that playing out in my dream state, which is really your actual state of being. Your dream state is really, you're really living when you're asleep. This is the actual dream. Me talking to you right now is the actual dream. So that's why it's important for us to heal, for us to work on ourselves, to work on our shadow selves, for us to work on our subconscious mind, because a lot of us are going to sleep. Either you're being blocked from dreaming, you're waking, you're rising up not remembering what you dreamt, or you always feeling like something is after you, or you're feeling suppressed or something like that. It's showing you where you are subconsciously. And this is what your dreams are. And your dreams help you to remember, help you to awaken to who you are. I'm a person that I know this is not the first life that a lot of us have lived. We've lived many lives. So yes, I believe, I know in reincarnation. I don't like to say believe, because belief is like, oh, no, I know it. Your dreams help you to awaken to who you are. Your dreams show you who you are. Your dreams show, they'll even show you, a lot of times we dreaming of past lives, Your dreams show you what you need to work on. And your dreams show you what you're going to manifest in the physical, because everything starts spiritual before it comes into this physical reality. Like me, and a lot of times, sometimes we go to sleep and we rise up and we be like, damn, I don't even felt like I was asleep. I don't even felt like I was asleep. That's me a lot. It's because I be in other realms and other dimensions, fighting. I've had instances where I've had a dream for like a week straight. It's like the same dream. I'm meeting up with the same people and we fighting other entities. Some of y'all out here warriors. I've had dreams where I'm fighting vampires and stuff like that. And it could be, and with your dreams, you have to interpret, if you're awakened and, you conscious of what it is, you have to interpret it. I'm in my dreams, yes, I do feel like I'm out here on a missions. A lot of us are on missions in our dreams, but I also took that dream with me fighting vampires as me in this physical world repelling vampire energy away from me, because you got vampires out here that look like me and you, who come and they like to steal your energy. They like to suck off of your energy. Shoot, I done had dreams, where I'm in like I say, it'd be like a span of like a week, 4 days, where I'm dreaming, I'm going back to sleep, and I'm having the same dream where I'm in school. And it's usually, in my dream, is this white lady that's my teacher. And that's why I say we got to get off that color stuff too, about, how blacks are the guys, and any, blacks and, Spanish are the guys, and any other race is they not, or they no. That's why I say vibration and frequency, vibration and frequency, because like I say, one of my teachers in the spiritual realm is white, honey. Got to get off that color shit. But yeah, to where like I'm in school, so a lot of us are in school, learning in these other realms and stuff like that. And I just want to talk about the movies for a moment, like Insidious and stuff like that. They like to put a lot of stuff in the movies, y'all, because like if you ever seen Insidious, it's about a boy. I believe his name is, I think, is it the daddy that's named Josh or whatever? But that's my shit. Insidious is my shit. But he go to sleep, and like when he go to sleep, he drifts off into the pretty much the spiritual realm. I forgot what they called it. Elise, I forgot what she called it. But he drifts off. And if you notice in that movie, when he does drift off and he comes out of his body, he astral travels, things are going to look the same, but it's always going to be something different. And that's exactly how it is. Like I be roaming these streets around town too, but it's always something different. And the spiritual realm is going to emulate how this world, like especially if you're traveling in this plane and the spiritual realm, is going to look the same, but it's always going to be something different about it. And that's what that's why I found so like beautiful, and that's what it'd be like so interesting about it. It's always something different. It looks the same, it feels familiar, like say you may see your house, but your house may have it just something. It's always going to be something different. Like the road that you see here in the physical is going to look the same in the spiritual, but it may be like the trees are maybe more greener or something. It's always something different. It's just always something different. So they be putting a lot of stuff in these movies. This stuff is real, because the stuff that they put in these movies be about you and me and me and you. You know what I mean? So y'all, it's important to dream. If you are not dreaming, and I'm still working on myself in my dream state, but if you are not dreaming, please, if you notice you're smoking a lot of weed or drinking a lot, and that's prohibiting from you from dreaming, you may have to cut back. Like I noticed when I was smoking and drinking, like sometimes I would still dream, but I would rise up, and sometimes I wouldn't remember what I dreamt, and I'd be like, damn. But as soon as I stopped smoking and drinking, and it's been a month now, not saying I won't ever do it again, because I will, I feel like, hey, you know what I mean, like we are here to experience. That's what we're here to do. But when like how I was doing it, like shit, smoke every day, that was what I was doing. Like, when you start doing that, it becomes an addiction, and you're relying on it, and it's escapism. But now that I dream like I be gone. So, and then also with me working on my subconscious and still doing my shadow work, it's helping me to dream a lot better. And I've actually, it's so beautiful. Like I've actually, come to knowledge and awaken to one of my aspects of myself. And yes, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful feeling to really start to know thyself on a deeper level. And yes, y'all, we have many aspects to ourselves, yes, we do. But you want to dream, because like I say, it is you practicing. It's you practicing transitioning. And whatever you experience, whatever your subconscious is, that is what is going to play out when you transition. I won't get into the whole religious thing or anything like that right now. because like some of your religion too will have you stuck when you transition. So you want to be mindful of that as well. But yes, y'all, it's important to dream because we practicing. This is the dream right here. This is Earth. Earth is a school. It's a school to learn. We're here to learn. A lot of us came back here to learn. You know what I mean? We are here to experience. That's why I don't ever knock nobody down for their experience. Whether it's a good or bad experience, you learn something from it, and it's your experience that gains you the wisdom and the knowledge. But yeah, you know, it's important to dream. Harataki is something that you can take. It'll help you to dream as well. It's also good for other things like your digestive system and your skin, and you know, it's a really good herb to take. And I take that here and there. I was taking it, and oh yeah, it is gonna help you to dream. Even when you drinking or smoking, that shit is gonna most definitely help you to dream. Not shit, but yeah, it's gonna help you to dream. Harataki, it's spelled Haritaki, I believe. Harataki, you can get that off of Amazon. But for me, like, I notice when I take it, it kind of give me a little headache. So I really, I haven't been taking it, but I still be dreaming though, because I'm a natural dreamer. I've always dreamt since I was younger, and I've had dreams that shit happened, and the next day I'm saying that shit. Like, I remember back in high school, I was dating somebody, and I had a dream that I got on this girl MySpace, and I seen her posting my man. I was boy crazy then. My man, posted my man on her shit. And guess what? I woke up the next day and I seen that shit. So I'm telling you, y'all, your dreams be telling you stuff. It's just you gotta work on yourself, work on that intuition, you know. But yeah, they also have trace mineral drops that help you dream as well. I have never taken that, but I heard those are good as well. And yeah, those are some things, but really it's about that shadow work, y'all. Especially if you're on like your spiritual journey, there's no skipping shadow work. That's just a huge part. You know, it's a huge part. So work on that subconscious. If you gotta cut off of the weed, you know, cut down on the weed, cut down on the smoking, you know, yes, do that, because it's not a joke, you know. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again. When you go to sleep, quote unquote sleep, that is you practicing transitioning. And wherever you are in your consciousness is what you're going to experience in your afterlife. All right, y'all. It is Dime Aki. I'm here. I hope you here, because if you're here, you got purpose, peace, and blessings.